Welcome. Sound activated. Microphone activated. Administrator status granted.
Okay,
Hey guys, welcome to the Phlatlab.
Sorry about that. Welcome back to the Phlatlab. I've been messing around with a program called After Effects, and it's super complicated, but I'm getting the hang of it a little bit at a time, and I just want to throw it together. I just put that together right before the show, which is cool. And sorry about my hair. I was just over Glenn's. You guys might have saw us. We were live last night. We were at Glenn's house in Evil Tunes. He was helping us do some soldering for tonight's show.
Thank you, Glenn.
Thank you very much. And I hardly ever get my hair cut. I mean, if his rent depended on me getting my hair cut, he would be on the streets. It's horrible. I'm sorry. Just don't have the time. There's a couple things I want to go over tonight. One of the main things, this is going to be a cool show, hopefully, is that if you can see this. Oh, wait a minute. We have started the comeback of the original flat printer.
Woohoo!
Yeah, for the guys that, just want to get in it and buy the stuff from Lowe's. A very inexpensive machine. Does the same thing that this machine can do, the Flat Printer 3, except it's slower and not as precise, but it's
and
very
doesn't
cool.
cut as wide as sheets.
Right.
The main difference is. We always intended on doing this, bringing the original flat printer back just as soon as we could, and finally we're at the point where we're starting to circle back around to it. So we're really excited about it.
Yeah, it's really cool. It was really cool to cut it out for the first time. I changed the logo a little bit, but and I also made it so that you guys will appreciate. It still glues together because it's going to be exactly like the way it was.
Yeah.
There's a couple changes that needed to be changed. But this one, when we build it, I think I'm going to use Acme thread instead of all thread. That might be one of the only things I really change on it. I went through and also added notches so that the tabs and slots all fit flush this time. No more filing the edges, which is cool.
That is great.
I want to also mention that S. Craig Hamilton on the Flatform has, I'm not sure if he posted it yet or not, but he's come up with, modified the attachment for our Dremels, which is very cool. So he said he's going to post that. I think Bruce Iwu was cutting one out, and he was adding the tabs and all that, and I think he's going to post that one.
And coming,
not for this one, but.
And coming soon to the Flat Store, thanks to Glenn Evil Tunes, is the...
That's our cat. Jumping off the stairs or something.
Is the Bosch router attachment dust shoe.
Yeah, check it out. It's square this time. Now that fits the bigger Bosch router. As a matter of fact, I gave that Bosch router to Glenn so that he could work on it, and it looks really cool. These will also be available. They're going to be really inexpensive. I talked to Craig about it, and he's like, no problem. Put them on the store, and we'll just put the nuts and bolts that you need, and you'll just supply your own glue and your own Dremel, and you'll have the ability to add the Dremel now, which is nice because that's 35,000 RPMs, I think.
Right.
It also fits the Dremel 400, I believe, too.
200.
200, 400, and...
100, 200.
Oh, 100, 200,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
100, 200.
As well as the Sharpie attachment. also by S. Craig Hamilton. So very cool, man. I really appreciate you letting us put those on there. And I got to talk to 3D Mon Sean because he has the RotoZip one, and I'd like to put it up there so the guys can get it if they need it. So if you're on, Sean, see what you say. Give us a PM and let us know what you think. So go ahead, sorry.
No, you're good.
Were you going to say something? Well, you guys know we've been working on getting a quad in the air. Okay, so the Spider quad was like the main quad, and I thought, well, maybe I jumped into it too fast because the plastic that we made it out of is not very good for shock. When it hits the ground, it snaps. So, of course, really anything hits the ground, it's going to snap. But this is it snaps too easy. I love the look of it, but I've had to go into redesigning it. And we've tried several different materials. That's what tonight's show is going to be about, is quads, basically.
Thanks, 3D.
Hey, thanks, Sean. Very cool.
Sean said go for it,
and
Mark, sell them.
you guys will get all the credit, and we will. And if you want something out of it, let us know. We'll up the price so you can get something out of it. But the thing that I wanted to talk about was the quads. Now, I got a phone call the other day from Crash, which I see he's on. Hey, Mike. And he sent me something in the mail. He knows we've been trying to work on these quads. So I went out there and I got this in the mail, which is very cool. The box alone is just awesome, dude. Now this is, you guys might know, they've been working on the tricopter and quadcopter project with their own breakout board for the nunchuck and the Wii nunchuck and what's the other board on there? I can't remember the name of the other board. The accelerometers, and anyway, I'm still learning about this, Mike. I haven't had much of a chance to get into it, but I want to open this up and show you guys. Got a couple Phillips head screws here. Let me just open it up. It'll only take a second. Also, while I'm talking, I wanted to thank Chris. Goes by the name Zeb South on the flat form. He's the one that came up with that intro music that we came in with. So, and it's very cool. So I put that on there just to see how it would sound, and it fits perfect. So this is the little LED. Whoops. This is a little LED to let you know. It's like a status indicator. From what I understand, like I said, I'm still learning about this, and Mike can correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so here's the inside of the board, and this right here is the Arduino chip. You can see it's on its own mount. Over here, I believe, are the accelerometers or the gyros, one of the two. This is a voltage leveling board, I believe, and this is either the accelerometers or the gyros. One of these two boards on the ends. So very cool, Mike. Now, I hoped that I would be able to get this going and get it all worked up. I just didn't have time. And some of you guys know I already have the FY90Q, which is a gyro board that you can buy online. It's about, I think we paid $160. And it's a lot of money, but I figure, well, I can go between the different quad platforms I make. So speaking of the quad platforms, I have been working like crazy trying to get this Garlight, this Garlight to work, and I've tried several different types of Garlight. As it turns out, there's different grades. You know, there's some that have fiberglass, some have linen, some have canvas, some have paper. They all have these different substances impregnated into the phenolic resin.
It's amazing when you see them up close. I'm not sure that we'll be able to get it through on the camera all that well, but you can really tell the different materials in it. It actually looks like a photograph, but it's not. It's the strangest thing. Welcome, Starman, to the Flat Club. Thank you very much. Starman said he ordered one of our machines after watching us cut out plastic.
Awesome. Welcome to the Flat Club. Where did I put that box?
Which box?
I have a box with a lot of quad stuff in it.
The quad box is right here.
No, not that one. There's another one. Electronics and all.
I think this might be it.
It's sitting right here.
Right here.
Oh. Good.
There was a
Okay,
plant tree on it.
so I got my Harbor Freight order in of a bunch of quad
Not
stuff.
Harbor Freight.
I mean, not Harbor Freight, sorry. I got
If
my
only.
Hobby King. Same.
Yes,
same
long-awaited Hobby King order.
Put this over here. Yeah, so we have that in, and it's got, we got props and everything else. This is the little box that the FY 90Q comes in. It's kind of cool the way it comes. But I opened up the instruction and I was blown away, and I'm hoping if Evil Tunes, tonight is Evil Tunes date night, so he said he'll try to come on and help out when he can. So I'm hoping that he'll be able to pop on here and give me a hand with some of this stuff. I got some 3-bladed props. These are 8.6, I think.
I think so, yeah.
8.4s.
8.4s.
These are 8.
Like I was saying.
Oh, what those are 8.4s too, I think. Then I have some 9.5s. And these are rotating and normal and counter rotating. But what am I looking for here? Oh. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you. The normal garlight that we've been using is called the paper phenolic is what it is. And it's this black stuff. It's super hard, but it shatters on impact if it hits too hard. I mean, you really have to hit it, but still. Now this stuff it's a different color. You can't see it, and some of you guys might have seen it before, but this is the one that has cotton fibers, basically linen. It's like a bed sheet that they put in there before they cast it, and it just comes out really cool. You can see it in there. And then I have the other one that has canvas. Now you could see, you could see this is how we have to do our slots on these. It's almost a single edge cut. And when I post these files, I haven't posted the files yet because I've been working really hard on trying to get the fit right. It's a pain in the neck, to be honest. If you have a little bit of run out in your bit, it's going to show up in the when you go to connect it. And speaking of connecting it, the only way I've done it now, I've set up screw holes so we can connect it, but I think all I'm going to do is glue it together. It leaves like a white film, but I don't care. I just want to get a quad flying, you know? This quad that I've been working on that we call the UFO or the quick quad, it's besides the spider quad. We've been working on a new version of the spider quad. It has double legs. It's lighter, and it's made out of the garlight. And this one's actually pretty cool, but we have to test it. And what I wanted to do was come up with a really basic, simple test bed. So I came up with this quad. And this quad, it's kind of heavier, but it'll work good as a test bed. I can make the arms longer and just do whatever we want. We can fit a lot of electronics in there too.
Which is good.
So, we've gone from that one. There's several of them that have already been thrown away because they're not going to work, because this is the latest version of that particular quad. I'm not going to be using this one tonight, but I am going to be using this one. Here, I can pull this table out, can't I?
Yeah. Who carries the garlight?
Garlight, we got this at McMaster Car, but you can also get it at Industrial Plastic Supply if you have time to wait for the website to catch up to you.
Sorry.
Trying to get back. I think I'm going to have to tilt the camera down, and then we'll just go over what's on the table. Okay, so we're going in. Tonight's mission is hopefully at the end of this show, there's one of these quads are hovering off the table. That's the main mission. Okay, so this is the one right before this final prototype. We can move these other ones out of the way.
Okay.
For now. they're not glued together or anything. So.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Quads everywhere.
He's not kidding.
Okay, so this is the one that we glued together. It has the rubber grommet holding the gyro board in place. I don't know how well that's going to work, but if you look in there, it has these rubber grommets that hold that whole platform on. And then besides that, so that should resist the vibrations that are coming in from the motor. I'm hoping. You can see the white film that it leaves. That's a magnet. But one of the nice things is they give you these foam sticky feet for the bottom of this thing. And if you grab it, you can see it just kind of floats there. There you go. Sorry, my fat hand's in the way. So that, from what I understand, is what you want a gyro to do. You want it to float. Could be wrong about that, but that's what I'm reading. Now, you guys know that on the Flatburner 3, we went ahead and cut a mold for the canopy. This canopy has already been redesigned. We cast it out of plaster. This is our carving. This is our plaster cast. And we've actually already redesigned this because the magnets didn't go deep enough to hit, so I had to add like double magnets. And also the top was a little too shallow. I'll show you that in a second.
Jovian just wrote in the chat, no show, question mark?
Huh?
I wonder if we're
live, Julian.
I wrote that.
The show is on. Oh, he's on that phone, I think. Android phone's giving him problems. Maybe. Well, it's recording, I hope. Let me check.
What will be the cost for a quad?
What's that?
That's completely not determined yet. We're not even
For-
sure exactly what material
Well,
we're
these
using.
will be free because, you know, you can just download the code and cut it out yourself. You can even cut it out, or you can resize it, you know. I figured this would be an easy way to resize these arms to any length we want. You could micro size it. You could do. It's just a very basic frame structure to make a quad out of. And I thought if we post that, because I really don't want to get into cutting garolite all the time. It's a pain in the neck for the big machine. Takes a long time for it to cut. It actually cuts better on this machine. I still get fuzz I can't get rid of on the big machine, so I thought let's just post it. If somebody really wants one, we can cut one, you know, or they can have one of these prototype ones that we've been messing with. And if they're willing to go through it, you guys can PM us and let us know. But this is cool. I gotta show you this canopy. So I painted it from it was clear plastic, vacuum formed. And I painted it from the inside, but I taped the windows off. And I also added some red marker in these little vents. If you can see that. And under here are little magnets, which really should be washers, but it, like I said, it wasn't tall enough. And then check out the windows. So you can see your speed controller, your receiver, and you can look through there and see your gyro board. Hopefully we'll be able to see the status lights. So I was really happy. The paint's still wet on this thing.
Yeah, that came out great, baby.
I was happy with that. And it locks on, you know, whichever way you're flying it, but you can see it just locks on there. So now, hey, can we point one of these?
Yeah.
Let's see something here. It's going to be hot. Let's try good, actually.
You know the camera's pointing down, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can see it there. So this is the finished quad before we build it. So let's quit talking and start building. What do you say? Okay, so I have my receiver here, and the gyro board comes with, I have the AR 6100 here, and the gyro board comes with this cable, which, if you look at this end, just has just a standard, it has the standard signal wires here, and then one power wire here. That's basically it. And I'm hoping that goes in the battery. I'm not sure. I have to double check that. But then they all go to this end. which is a 6 or 8 prong. And you'll notice on this 8 prong that one of the wires is not going into the back of this prong here. And if you look at the back of the gyro, it corresponds. If you look to your bottom right, you'll see the one that's missing. And that's where that goes. Helps you line it up a little better. This yellow jumper is for X mode. If you want to fly in X mode, which we do, you put that jumper in. If you want to fly in plus mode like this, then you take the jumper out. That's what I've read so far. Now, let me I can't wait to get into Mike and John's board, because this board's kind of limited. Their board allows you to expand. You could have a camera mount system under here with a gimbal. You can have barometric pressure sensors. You can have GPS. You can have all these different sensors that hook to it, where this is just gyros, you know. So I want to, but that's what we have now. We're going to try to hook it up, and I want to go over a few things on the instructions. I got to show you these instructions.
You have them?
I did have them. Okay, first of all, I'll show you the motors we got. Turnigy. We need to put these together. 1000 kilovolt. Of course, the colors had to match. Oops.
I'm just looking for the instructions.
Sorry. Of course, I turned it the wrong way. This camera is different than the other. You have to actually hold it back away from the camera for it to focus. Anyway, what we'll do is we have the receipt and everything, so if this quad works, we'll post the list of everything that we used on it along with the code. And I'm sorry the code's not perfect, but you guys can give it a try and work with it. See if you can make it a little better or whatever, but just think it'd be a very easy. It all fits on a 1x2 sheet. And I just think it'd be an easy way to cut these out. Oops. Cut these out and have a standard test bed.
Found the instructions.
All right.
I was looking for a very big piece of paper, but it folds up into a very small.
They flew today for the first time. Oh, all right. So basically, what we're trying to do is this particular motor, if you notice, it has the shaft coming out of the bottom, and I was talking to Blind Flight, and he was saying that you can actually have the shaft come out the top here, because we need to mount this part to the quad frame, and it comes with this thing that allows you to bolt that on top, which I think would be a good solution. And just let the shaft hang out the bottom. I've never used these type of motors, so is it okay to do that, is what I'm wondering. If I'm going to mount this bottom half, right to the frame and just leave that shaft hanging out, is that alright, you think? Let's see if somebody answers that's used these before.
Said South is suggesting some yellow. Oh yes, the answer's yes.
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll do it.
Some yellow light gels may help with your lighting. It will brighten it up without the glare.
Good idea. Yeah, we're sorry about the lighting. We haven't fixed it yet. Alright, we need a really small Allen wrench for this thing. Just so happens to be this one.
Great.
Mm-hmm. You know what I don't have? Evil Tunes was saying, put some Loctite on these.
You don't have any?
Mm-mm. Okay, so I'm just going through them. You want to help me with this one,
Yeah.
babe? All 4 of these motors need this done too.
Okay. We only have the one Allen wrench left?
No, there should be more. So we'll go through and do this. Now, last night, like I said, we were over at Glenn's Evil Tunes, and he helped us solder up all the connections for the speed controllers, for the battery charger, which was awesome, and also a power cable, which we call the paddle wheel, somewhere. And it allows to connect all of our speed controllers into one battery.
Okay, wait a second. Let's see what we have here. That works fine, Mark, as long as the bell moves freely. That's how my 370s are on my quad.
Okay.
That's how I run one of those motors in my 70-inch
Futana.
I have used those motors are awesome, and that is good. And looks good, crash.
Okay, so you guys don't think there's any problem with that shaft sticking out of the bottom, is what you're telling me.
What's going on here? What are you doing?
It has to go like this. There's 4, if you go in that bag, there should be 4 black screws, see them?
Uh-huh.
That go down there. And then that mount goes right on there. Oops.
Okay. 4 little teeny tiny black screws. My gosh.
It's funny. You wait so long for your Hobby King order to come in. It's like when it does come in, you're so happy. It's like Christmas again. Every time. It's probably part of their whole marketing. Seriously doubt it, but it works. These motors came with the male plugs already on them, which is nice.
Was your okay? Mine doesn't look like yours.
Oh, take that bullet connector. Here you go. You can do this one. I already got it ready to go.
Okay.
I'll do that one.
Thanks.
That's for when we do the prop. Which reminds me, I'm going to have to drill those props out.
You are?
Yeah, because the hole on these is bigger than the prop. It's weird. That one fit on there tight. This one fits on there loose.
That Allen wrench is too small.
I've been waiting and waiting to fly a quad. Well, to have a quad to fly. Now I'll have it with my transmitter. I've got my batteries charged. Oh, this is too small, isn't it?
Yeah, sorry, babe.
This one's just right.
I'm sure once I get this first one, it's
We're
gonna be like riding a bike.
won't go on.
Just keep misthreading
We were going to cut stuff out tonight, but we thought, let's get this quad built. I mean, we've really been wanting to do this. And we have the camera that we'd like to mount to it. I'm hoping that I can fly it in here. But the main thing is landing and seeing how strong this frame is, you know, just from a landing. Hopefully not a crash landing.
I can't even get that one started. We moved on.
Maybe if you start it first with your finger and then go.
Well, maybe misthreading is just part of putting it together.
No, that's not. So I weighed this with all the, with the gyro and the receiver and the magnets, which I had to add these big fat magnets on here, and the canopy and everything, and it weighed like 9 ounces, which is pretty good.
Yes, we're definitely going to put the parts list up once we figure out what the parts list is. Hopefully everything that we have here will work.
I have to thank Blind Flight for walking me through the parts. He really was a big help on getting, and also Glenn, Evil Tunes was a big help on helping us get all the parts we needed. And I have to thank him for that one.
Yeah, it takes some doing.
It does. But once you have the parts list, it should be super easy.
Mm-hmm.
Like Mike and them.
Except that everything's out of stock.
Yeah, that's
We ran into that a lot.
Mike and John there posted the whole parts list for their quads, and I thought, man, that's the way to go. We already had these already cut, so I'm hoping that I did that right.
You did.
This whole pattern. I don't know. Yeah, I think Glenn checked them last night. So this slides in to this hole here. Is there one more that needs to be done?
Yeah, I'll do it.
You sure?
Mm-hmm. I've got it down to a science now.
They only have an hour to show you.
Alan. Okay. That with that. Before the end of the night, I will be a pro at this.
I wonder if I did get this right. Well, let's see. At least two of them are lined up, looks like. Oh, wait. Here it is. Look at the hole. Now I can already see, and Glenn told me that this frame is a little tight, so the new one shouldn't be that tight. But this one is, and I'm just going to have to work with it. I'm hoping I can work with it. Don't know. You know what it is?
Yeah.
That some of these are upside down. So getting that hole pattern right is going to be tough. Oops. I can get 2 bolts in there, but I want it to get all 4. I know some of the guys only put 2 in there. Dude, that looks awesome.
I can see Broomstick and I having a combat and indoor with a pair of quads.
Too expensive for combat. I'm telling you.
Right now.
Yeah, right now. But they would be the ultimate combat with a foamy. Chasing it around like a buzzsaw. Come on. This one's upside down too. I might have to break these joints and put these right side up. Hopefully not all of them. Yep, all of them. Every one of them I put on upside down.
Really?
Yeah, that's just the way it goes.
What am I doing here?
Yep, right on there. No, the other side. Flip the motor right on there.
Oh, I see.
Let's see what happens if we put it on this way. Perfect. Dang it. Well, we could fly it upside down. Or make it a pusher. No, because the thing would hit there. Man, that really stinks. I don't even know if I can break these.
Careful.
Let me see something. I'll be right back.
I wonder what side of the Allen wrench this is. It's always good to know. Never do know it. They don't tell you. So it's going to be 80 degrees here Monday. It's crazy. I think just for a day. which is way too hot too fast. We are still wearing coats, and it's cold out.
Okay, breaking this is not an option. I tried to cut these lines here to see if I could pull that out, but it ain't happening. So I'm gonna have to drill some holes. I ordered some mercury adhesive the other day because I really like it. Doesn't dry up and works really well. Only problem is it came without the spray tip on the hardener.
Yeah, it was really
I've never
strange.
seen that before. And I don't know if it's something you can order it that way or not, but
It was a small bottle, so it didn't appear to be a refill.
it's actually the same size as my bottle with the tip. Now here's how it came with this black cap on it, and here's the bottle with the spray tip. Can't really say too much about the spray tip. If you guys use it, you know what a pain they are. The tip pops right off of them. In fact, I need to get a piece of Q-tip.
Well, we're looking like we're on our way. Hopefully. Phew, it stinks.
Huh?
This stuff stinks.
I haven't even sprayed it
It
yet.
does.
This works.
Our show's like the opposite of a cooking show. They're like, you should smell this. We're like,
Yeah,
gosh, you should not smell this ever.
It does smell. Okay.
Crash 50/50 made it to the show. Woohoo!
Awesome. Hey, David. All right, so leave those over here. Actually, leave this right here. Rid of this. So you got all the motors on, right? I need to borrow
Yeah.
that Allen key.
You
have.
may have it.
Thanks. 'Cause that one motor I didn't get on there very good.
Okay, is there anything in the instructions that I can be looking into?
Absolutely.
What would that be?
The whole thing.
Really?
No, you know where we're going to plug these in. Glenn said it's a good idea to label your speed controllers 1, 2, 3, and 4 counter rotating or not counter rotating. Clockwise, counterclockwise. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to do that, so I'm going to have to drill some new holes. Just offset that a little bit. But I don't want to go too big. Almost. Almost wondering if I shouldn't just try to use these two holes that I have here. Would it be enough?
I don't know. In the meantime, I'm looking for a small. Hey,
I'm just gonna
this
use
doesn't have a chuck.
these two holes. You know?
Okay.
So the two closest holes I need to drill out just a little bit. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Let me get my other drill real quick.
Look at this little tiny clip I just found. So small. Sure, it's just the clip you need for many jobs. Alright, well, there's probably, looked at these instructions, and to me it looks like something you're going to want to read while you're doing it. I did see this board in the box. I need that soon. I'm not sure what it is, like a programming card.
Clear the room. These holes are out the farthest one go in. You know what I'm going to do on the new design? I'll make these holes oblong so we don't run into this problem.
That's a great idea.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
That way, if you put, no matter which way you put it, it'll work. Now let's try. See what happens. Okay, that's better. But we're going to have 2 screws. I think it'll be alright.
We're only gonna have 2 screws.
Mm-hmm. That's what Phil said.
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay.
I think that's the right screw. Cool. Where did that hole go? This is going to be nerve-wracking. Actually, I almost could get 3 screws in there. That one hole's just a little bit offset, so
Yeah. We can almost. It's really close.
I think I'm just going to go with these 2 though. But that's going to be tough too, actually. You got to really drill that over. I think I'm going to need a burr bit. The 1/8 inch stock. That'd be the best way to do it.
Oh, these are really different wires on these
Here, this-
motors.
I know, they're weird. You can hold it up to the light, you can see through it.
Really?
There's actually like a whole strand of wires in there.
They're real rubbery. Hi, sweetie. Hello. So no drop test, right?
No.
This really came out great.
Yeah.
This is the canopy that's going to be installed on top of this quad with these magnets. Fits perfect. It was painted from the inside and taped off for certain areas. In case you're just tuning in. Came out really good.
This whole quad idea came from looking at that Gowie quad. The way they did the legs and all, let the air pass through. And then it also had a vacuum formed canopy.
Here's the mold that we flat formed. After we flat printed this, showed this to you guys a couple weeks ago. Not last show. Or maybe last show. So, Mark's sister and brother-in-law and niece were in town. And that's why we didn't have the show last week. We were spending time with them. Didn't really have time to put anything together. But it was good to see them. They're home safe and sound now, which is great.
From Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And it snowed like on the last day they were here. We had this little bit of snow and they were all excited. It was awesome.
It was April Fool's Day, actually.
Mm-hmm.
When we called, we said it's snowing, and they thought we were trying to April Fool them. But we weren't. It really did.
Oh. Okay, now we can fit it on. Can you preload these?
Yeah.
Should be magnetic, but they're not sticking on there.
What do you need me to do?
That screw, well, on here would be best, right? Oh, you got it. Come on. So everywhere but.
Oh. Oh, man. Sweetie. Sweetie's addicted to boxes. She doesn't care if there's electronics in them or not.
There she goes.
Sweetie.
Alright, so we got 2 in, and that's just going to have to be enough.
Really?
Yeah. I think it will be.
Is it because you want to move on? Or
Yeah.
because, okay.
I just want to fly.
Hey, 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 hey. Alright, alright.
Nice.
No, no, sweetie. Mm-mm.
Absolutely not. Thanks, Bill.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's see if we have another screwdriver.
This is hard to do after a coffee. This one's really not sticking that well.
This one doesn't stick at all.
There should be a red handle one up there. It's been sitting on that magnet for a long time. Yeah, that's it. Should lock take these too. Is it sticking?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this one's rubbing a little bit. I know I need to make these a little bit wider.
Yeah.
It's going to matter if it rubs a little bit. Could always sand it. Actually, I could razor knife it out of there. It's already looking awesome, man.
Careful. Ah. Perfect.
Okay. long does it take to build one of these?
It's a good question.
Soon find out. Thanks, babe.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, they're not sticking to this one. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
This one's rubbing too. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I'm just gonna tighten it down. Actually, let me try to at least get it over a little bit there.
So are we gonna need this board?
No.
No.
Well, I don't know yet.
Well, here it is in the instructions.
They're programming it. No, that's for that's showing you that layout.
Oh.
You're looking straight on at it.
Okay.
That is for programming your speed controllers. I've never had one, so I thought, yeah, I'll throw it in there. It's cheap enough.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, they do talk about programming the throttle. The amount of throw that you have on there, but when I was talking to Glenn about it, he was saying you don't really need that. You just set it like you normally would. Throttle up. Let it beep, throttle down. Which is kind of nerve-wracking with something like this. This thing is down there. Barely touching. I wonder what that noise is.
Isn't it rubbing?
Huh?
I know you just were trying to get it to stop, but isn't that rubbing? Isn't that a rubbing noise?
It's just this motor. Might just be a broken magnet or something. Hope not.
We have an extra motor, right?
Yeah, just in case, but we'll use this and we'll see what happens, yeah?
Yeah.
If we have to, we'll replace it. Alright. You know what? Before I put this in, I think I'll cut the edges, make it a little easier.
Oh, Starman's asking if the machine will etch in the word up to help with orientation when you're building. Definitely, we could do that. We have,
Oh yeah, well actually I did etch something on here. I etched the Phlatboyz logo in there. 1/32 of an inch.
all about the lighting up there.
Getting heavy now. Actually, this quad was cut on the flat printer. This particular one we're working on right now. I can tell because you can see the tabs, where the tabs were for the bridges.
So just 2 more screws, right?
Yep. Thanks, Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Steady. Operation. That one needs to go.
Alright. Good with this stuff.
Now this is assuming, this time anyway, would assume that you already have your speed controllers and everything set up. Which, you know, we did that last night with Glenn. This motor's nice and quiet. That one's not. What did you do? These worry me for alignment. You know, you would think you would have to have all the props perfectly aligned, or balanced anyway. And if these things aren't on there perfect, how could it possibly be balanced?
Right.
It'd be off center on rotation.
What's next?
Next, we have the.
Okay, Cindy. Sitting down.
Okay. I'll sit down too. Might be easier now. Set up some lights on here. Yeah. Ouch. And these lights get hot. Alright, anyway. I don't know why I can't turn that up there. That's better. Okay, so we got our motors on. Now, I need to check our receiver and see. Let me lock this table. Can you lock those feet in?
Mm-hmm.
All of them. For some reason, this one just keeps sliding. Okay. We need to check and make sure we did this right.
Now, by here?
Yeah. Flight mode.
Those things look kind of complicated to build.
I don't think so.
You said how much longer? I'm getting tired. It's our first time, EWO.
Okay, install the jumper shown in the picture. We did that. You have to keep it stationary for at least 20 seconds. You'll notice a red light blink with two different rates at 20 seconds. Visualization, power supply, we're past. Okay. Let's see. It's not really showing that I see yet. Oh, here we go. Okay, X-type quad layout. Add that jumper. But they are not showing me. Oh, here it is, right here. Speed control. Okay, this guy's here. Okay, so here's the picture we need. Here's our 5-channel receiver. Let's see. Okay, so they have ailerons. Actually, let me spin it this way. Just upside down. Rudder is going to yellow. Let me do it exactly like they have it. Rudder is going to yellow. Let's start over here. This will be easier. Aileron is red, black, and gray. Red, black, and gray. So yeah, I had that mixed up. I'm going to take this whole thing off and start over.
Good idea.
Okay, so aileron, into the receiver.
Let's start with rudder.
Is this one. I'm going to work my way up because this one's worded differently. Alright. Where's aileron? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Aileron, red, black, white. Aileron, red, black, white. Okay, then you need, what's the next one? Orange elevator. Orange elevator. And that goes there. Green throttle. Green throttle. That goes here. Okay. Then you need yellow runner. Here. Red is channel 5. What the? And I have auxiliary, gear, and battery left. Any ideas? I'm gonna say gear.
Well, wait. Skip it.
Gear, I say.
Skip it.
Go for the gear. Well, here's the thing. That's actually not red, it's brown. If it's wrong, I'll just change it.
I know, but if you skip it and you do...
You can't skip it.
Oh, what? You're done?
Yeah, now we're done with
I
that.
see. I thought you had
That
two
all
more.
leads to this power cable.
Gotcha.
Alright, so now we'll go over here and we'll look, and they say connect the other end to that pin out right there at the bottom with the missing pin out, which we know how to do. Hopefully. Right there. Okay. And that takes care of that. Now, let's get rid of all this stuff and put it somewhere. Do you have one of those motor boxes?
Yeah.
Actually, hold on a second. We do need these. We're missing one of those.
What is it?
We're missing one bullet connector and one of these
I can't...
washers. These bullet connectors are cool, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's like building an airplane times 4. Not too heavy. Okay. These can go back in here. This can go over here. It's time for the speed controllers. Ta-da! And we've got a lot of them. Where are they? Oh no. Sweetie, are you sleeping on the speed controllers?
I think she is.
Oh my goodness, come on. Oh.
She's just settled in. Found another box.
They aren't even in here. Sorry, sweetie. They were in the box with the electronics. I just showed the spider cloth. Here they are. Okay. Look at that. That's a lot of speed controllers. A lot of wires. Okay,
Wow.
we're gonna need some Velcro.
Scissors?
We're gonna need scissors, yeah. I think I'm out. Oh, here we go. Now you're the best. Okay. So can you
Yes.
put this on this side of it?
Sure. Which side?
Probably the rough side, not the soft side.
Okay.
There you go, 4. Okay, so last night when we did the speed controllers, we took and cut the red signal wire off of each one except for the last one, because it only needs, the power wire, because it only needs the one to be powered, and the rest of them you just cut that off. You can always leave it like we did here, and if we need to, or if we want to fly an airplane, we can resolder that. Just kind of push them out of the way. That was Glenn reading into that one. Good thing. I got those new connectors on there, the yellow kind, the XTs. And here's the paddle wheel, in case you guys didn't see it last night. It's crazy looking. So it's 4 to 1. We just connected all the connectors together and then ran it down to this connector. Now if we need to, if we're going to use a Dean's battery, Glenn made this extra little clip, plugs right in, and now we have the ability to use a Dean's battery. But the batteries we're using today have the yellow clip on them. Give me 1 second. Here's our batteries, the Zippy 2200, and we got 3 of these bad boys. Pretty amazing for me to be holding this in my hand because I've never even used a battery this big before. I go to Glenn's and he has 4,000 milliamp batteries. They're gigantic. Okay, so before I get into that.
Well, Glenn, a while back, got somebody was getting out of the hobby, and he was into the big stuff. I remember that, and he bought his whole setup.
We're gonna have to label these somehow. I guess a marker would be fun. I don't know if this is gonna show up. So we need to label 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 clockwise.
So halfway through, I realized I should probably be keeping the other side of the Velcro
Oh.
on, right? It's okay.
Clockwise.
I have been watching building for a long time. I should have known that.
3. Counterclockwise. I believe from that picture you offset, you alternate them. Okay. Good deal. Attack.
Yep.
And I'll start with the clockwise. Number 1 will be here.
Rescue 911 said a lot of money for all those speed controls.
You're probably right. I don't think it came out to be that much, but it's basically going to cost about $200 because you always order extra. And these are tight, aren't they?
Yeah.
But you can always buy an airplane for $200 too. It's just something fun. Try something different. That's really tight.
That is tight. And Broomstick said, I think I could start my pickup with one of those.
Oh, one of Glenn's 4,000. That's what he was saying. Probably start a car with it.
And Crash 5050 said, did you guys know that 2 out of 10 people in the United States make up 20% of the population? 2 out of 10.
And they all fly RC. Okay, so if we go, this is going to be, I'm not exactly sure how we're going to lay these in here yet. I haven't figured that part out. But I thought if I do it on the side, or even in here, that'd be good, wouldn't it? It's going to be a wiring nightmare, isn't it?
It looks like the wiring could get out of control fast.
But if you think about it, it's duplicates. You know, it's just
Yeah.
over and over again, same thing, 4 times. See, I'm thinking I could fit that right in there because that battery's not even going to come close to this. You know, then I can tuck these out over, something like that.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay.
We've got a permanent connection going on here.
Oh my gosh, all of a sudden it feels real heavy when I went to pick it up.
Really?
Yeah. I'm curious about the weight.
I can't wait to fly. It's like tap dancing on the table the whole time you're working on it.
Okay, let's go to the next. Now that we know what we're doing. Of course, I didn't really mark these. I need to do red to yellow, black to white, green. I mean, that's going to get confusing. This yellow to this red. This white to this black.
Oops. Sorry. Sorry.
Take this off. Actually, let me get this through here first. Hey,
What?
counterclockwise. Did I even check? That's clockwise. Let me double check that picture, but rotor rotation. This is the cross X layout. You need to have let's see, counter, or clockwise, counter. Okay, so we're doing good.
We are?
Mm-hmm.
Why? What's this one?
Although, you know what I didn't look at? Looking at the picture, they show the diagram with the arrow pointing that way, right? And then the one to the right is counterclockwise. So let's just see if we got lucky. So the arrow is pointing this way, just like the picture, and this one, if it's counterclockwise, which we haven't even hooked it up yet. So what's the next one? Let's go this way. What's that one? Clockwise. Counter.
Well, spin it.
Spin what?
Can't you just spin it and move it into the next spot?
It's connected to the motor here. You know what I actually have to do is relabel it. You know, label it as I go. Label this number 1. Too late now. What did I label number 1? I didn't. What are they?
This?
Yeah. What is that? 4, 2, 1 is labeled as clockwise. What is their one labeled? Counter. Quit.
I'll get a marker.
We need a bigger marker.
I have one right here.
Thanks, man. Okay, let's do this. 1 counterclockwise. Okay. 2 will be our clockwise.
Oh, pressure rollers. Just going back and checking out the chat. Pressure roller update. Our, well, I won't say our complete order arrived, but enough pressure rollers that complete what we needed, because we had to drive around and we had to jump through some hoops to make it happen. But we have them, and everyone's pressure rollers have either been shipped or will ship tomorrow. So you should, most of you should have received a shipping notice already. Have two more packages to get ready after the show.
Very cool. Mom came and helped
Yeah.
a lot today to get that happen.
Yep. That was very helpful. And so that's good. So if you haven't received a shipping notice, let us know. But you should have.
Alright, label these after you put them in. It's not even worth it. Cannot get the labels right. Yellow. Where's the yellow one? To the green. Oh, man.
And like we said before, we are including a Sharpie attachment with each box, and we really appreciate you guys being so patient. It was, we never could have imagined that the back order would have taken that long. Well, we didn't even attempt to imagine it, since that's not what we were told on several occasions, but nothing you could do about it, and it's all worked out in the end. But thank you all.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And don't forget, like Trisha's saying, don't forget about that Sharpie attachment, because by the time you get it, it might have fallen to the bottom of the box. So make sure you check around in that box when you get it.
Here's the Dremel attachment that we showed earlier. Let's see if I can get some better light on this.
Red. There's the yellow.
Which is awesome. We should have this on the store probably, sorry,
Just trying to move that.
tomorrow evening, I would think.
Green.
Along with Evil Toon's newest edition of the dust shoe
For the Bosch.
for the Bosch router attachment.
Green goes to yellow.
So that should be up there tomorrow night as well.
Black to white.
They're both great additions to the Flat Printer 3.
Let me squeeze this one. That's too tight. Sorry, I'm mumbling. That's what I do. Okay, last but not least, number 4. Come on down.
Evil Toons is here.
Hey, Glenn.
He said he has one.
Look what
Awesome.
you've done. Alright. Still fit our battery in, no problem. We'll have to put the connector up here maybe. I don't know where that connector's going to go. And I probably, now that I look at it after the fact, I think I probably should have put the speed controllers on the side, maybe. I don't know. It's first time, you know. We'll see how it works out. I'm gonna run some tape on these,
Scotch?
but not right now. I'm not worried about it. My gosh, it's more of a machine than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now at this point, let's actually figure out our wiring so we can write them down. Okay, so if we're looking at the picture, to the right is counterclockwise. So, and that's number 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
1 counterclockwise. Going around underneath that one is number 2, and that's clockwise. Number 2 clockwise.
So you can just decide if they're clockwise or counterclockwise, and then what do? You plug it in a certain
Well,
way?
we're gonna have to plug in the motor, unplug it, plug it in the other way so it runs backwards.
Alright, did you label 3 and 4?
I'm working on it.
Okay, 3's
3
counter.
is counterclockwise.
Is that 3?
Let's see. 1, 2. Now I'm confused again. Okay, 1 and then 2, and then that makes this 3, which is the bottom left leg. Yep. And it's
Counter.
Counterclockwise. And last but not least, number 4 is clockwise. Okay. You know, one of the other things we might want to do with this particular quad is make a landing gear. You can extend these legs so it comes out. We were talking about it last night. But anyway, let's see. We'll start with number 1, I would think, right?
Yeah.
Which is right here.
Ewo said, "I think Mark needs a coffee," and I look like I could use a Pepsi. You know, I mean, Ewo said. You know us, Ewo.
You know, it's all too well. You know, really, it would be smart to put your labels right here. A little piece of tape.
Blue tape's
Blue
always
tape.
good. You make her grab it.
No, I can grab it. I mean, I can do it like this. Oops. Okay, so that's number 1, right? Let's double check everything. Number 1, counterclockwise. And something else we don't know. Okay, the bottom's a negative. ESC number 1. That's the first one in. Okay, number 2, where are you? Okay, number 2 is right here. I'm trying to bring the wires around, you know. I might have to strap the battery right to the bottom. Should have thought about that. I could have even put the speed controller up here. That would have been perfect. Then none of these wires would have really been in the way for the battery. Hey, that shouldn't have run under like that. Number 2, it should come up through this hole. Don't you think? Yes. It just so happened that number 1 is the one that wasn't cut. Pretty cool. Okay, 1 and 2 are in. Now, number 3 is right here. Let's go straight up with this one. Here, around here, dodge this, go over that.
Over the hill, over the woods.
Mm-hmm. It looks like a mess. Oops. Okay, so that is all speed controllers accounted for. I'm going to try to pull as much slack as I can out. One of these. Which number is that? Number 2. Went through the wrong hole. Okay, number 2. Go back to your position.
Positions, everyone. Get into
Place
your
this.
positions.
Alright. There. That looks pretty good.
You need a twist tie?
I don't know. What do you think? I was just gonna
That's good.
shove it down in this hole, see what happens. So it looks like that.
Alright.
That looks pretty good.
trying to get the light so you can actually see it.
What's next?
There she is. So far. Looks good. I wonder what the weight is at this point.
Okay, so the arrows points between motor number 1 and motor number 4, right?
Yeah.
We're ready for some pre-flight checks.
Want to get some pre-flight weights?
Yeah. I don't even have this on there. 2 ounces of pure pleasure.
One
2
point.
ounces.
I did. I am on ounces.
Oh. Wait a minute. That has to sit on there too. 1.4, 1 pound 4 ounces. Can you do this? Just grams. I mean, can't do grams on there. The scales. 1 pound 4 ounces so far. 5 ounces. Throw that thing on there. Alright. Now, this is going to be fun trying to get this in there.
People said not without props, don't do it. Too late.
Oh, I
What
didn't think about the problem.
What mode are you setting it up for?
X. X mode. I should have plugged these in as I went.
Blind flight guessed 10 ounces.
He did?
Mm-hmm.
This is going to end up being right where my battery is. That's why I should. If you guys build this, from watching this video, you really should put your speed controllers up here in this channel. And that way, you're not taking up any of the space where the battery's going to sit. That was a mistake. But, it'll be alright. I do have to say, I like this little connector. Actually, you know what? It's better go like this before I plug that one in. Let's see, we're going this way. Hey, wait a minute. What if I just do it like this? Bring them all through here, you know?
Good idea.
Plug them in.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? Because you won't be able to get it back in there. That's why. You know? Watch yourself. Okay. Yeah, that's why we can't do that. Okay, so it'd be nice if this came off. Came detached. Or you plug this in ahead of time somehow. Oh, almost fixed. There we go.
Carl K. said he's new to this live thing. What do the colored dots next to our names mean? We've never really quite figured that out, to be honest. It came with the
What color dot?
these over here in the chat, you know.
That means if it's green, that means somebody is typing. You know, the orange means they haven't typed in a while, but they're still here. And the red just means that they're online.
Yeah, but I've been watching them for a long time, and
Yeah.
I'm not sure how reliable that is.
That's what they say they are. Yeah, I don't know either. Okay. Yeah, I wish I would have done that with the speed controllers. That would have made a big difference. Because right now, I don't have any room for a battery, you know? Unless I can push this thing all the way to one side, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes. I seriously don't think I can, though. If you're a perfectionist and all your wires have to be perfect, don't build one. They'll drive you nuts.
Or at least be willing to rebuild it.
I'll go back and clean it up. I mean, tonight is gonna be, it's gonna be trying to get it to fly, right?
Uh-huh. It's only wiring. You just have connectors to move around. No soldering. No need to fret.
I know. Fretting like crazy over here.
No fretting live.
Okay. That's kind of cool looking, actually. All right, now.
Looks great. Good job, babe.
Thanks, baby. Let's put this on. Put this on. Actually, let's take this off. Let's put this through here. Put this on.
We're getting closer.
I know. Whiskers. Really doesn't feel very heavy for some reason. It looks crazy, but it just doesn't feel as heavy as I thought it would. Feel heavy to you?
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah. Sorry. Feels a little heavy.
Okay, so pre-flight checks.
I think they have little side things going on, whether we're about to see smoke or not.
Why? We always see smoke the first time.
It says it right in the pre-flight. Make sure the first time you turn it on, you see smoke.
Blue magic smoke. Okay, where was I? Just for added safety, remove all 4 propellers. Okay, let's try this. Set all the throttle endpoints. All endpoints must be manually matched. Manually matched. Refer to your. Now, in talking to Glenn, the way he did it was he did not manually match them. He just did the throttle to the bottom, and I went online and I was looking around, and there was another guy that did it the same way. Okay, let me see what kind of models I have to work with here. You want to set it up according to this with models that have no mixing. Almost every model I have does. I'm just going to set it for model number 8. totally forgot to name it.
Mark, please don't run the motors without the props.
Okay.
Check proper motor direction. Props.
With the props?
Yeah.
That's what I was going to do. I was going to check the motor direction without the props.
Yep.
Let me name it real quick. We'll call it. Come on. Oop. Actually, we'll call it UFO quad.
Crash that I run mine without the props, just idling so that I can determine if I have the motors turning the right direction. Then I put on the props.
That's exactly what I was thinking
Carl
about doing.
K said not to 50. Motor direction is no problem, just swap 2 of the 3 wires. Just don't run it more than a bit above idle.
Okay.
We've got conflicting opinions here.
They just said it's okay though, right?
Well, it's 2 different people. And Evil Tunes did ask really nice.
But not to do.
Please don't run without the props. Sweetie's sleeping on the props. Are we gonna need them soon?
Yeah, I think we will. We'll need two of the 9.5s. If you look at the case, you'll see that they have different numbers on them. One's regular and the other one's counter. One's clockwise and then counterclockwise.
Are we going with the 3-bladed?
Yeah, it'd be really cool if you could hook a USB to this and just download all the settings.
Yeah, that would be cool.
No, I was going to go with the other one.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking. UFO quad.
Okay. So I have to get a few things here. Okay.
Okay. Gosh, it's been so long since I've flown. The thing has dust on it. Hey, you! Better get down. You better get down. If you ever want to eat again. Sweetie. Seriously. You're staring at the light. There's serenity there, isn't there?
I don't see anything, markings on these.
They're on the top here.
Couldn't find them.
9.5R. And if you look
Oh,
up
I do see.
here,
9.5.
this is 11.323. What's that, 322?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's good. These are opposite. And we'll, I don't know which way is which yet. Well, that's counter-rotating right there. Okay, so what are we doing? Are we putting the props on or not? That's the boss. The cat's gonna knock stuff off the table. Good to know. Okay, so we're not putting the props on, just see what happens when we bump it, you know?
Okay. These scissors are shot.
Yep. I tried to tighten them too. First thing we gotta do is bind. This. Which I'm afraid to do. Sweetie, get
Do you
down,
need
please.
this one?
Seriously. Huh?
Do you need this one?
Yeah. We're gonna need that.
Just wants to help.
Breathe.
Ron. Just wants to help. Right?
Alright, I'm going to plug this in.
Make sure you don't have any nuts on those prop shafts, though.
What?
You could sling them off and then have to try to find them.
Oh. Good thinking.
DX7, it is, the controller.
Right, take those off too. Can you take that one off, babe?
I'm gonna take it off. Oh, this guy?
Yeah.
Sure.
That one does make a strange sound. It's not hitting anything. Alright. So I basically need to bind this first, right? To this one.
How many batteries? Just one?
What?
We're only gonna use one battery?
Can't see it back there, that's a problem. Can you hold that up for a second? Oh, there's all kinds of lights
Really?
on that thing.
Where? Oh yeah, look at that. Red, blue.
You know what? It really stinks that I didn't already have that bound, because now I really don't have any way to tell if it's bound or not. There's supposed to be a little LED in here, but I don't see it. Here, can we lift that back up? Well, no smoke. Everything's cool to the touch so far.
It beeped. That's a good
It
sign.
beeped. All of them seem to beep. Okay, so here's the scary part. Throttling all the way up. Let's see.
Is it blinking the receiver?
I can't see. Let me try again. Really hard to see here. Can't see anything in there. Just don't know if it's bound yet, to be honest.
Did you put the
And I'm afraid, like on an airplane, you could just move the.
Did you put the bind plug into the receiver?
No, I didn't. This has already been bound.
Broomstick doesn't think throttling all the way up without a prop's a good idea.
I don't either.
Crash set on the one that they made. You can set everything up and dial it on your transmitter on the computer with the configurator.
Yeah, I know, that's nice.
Woohoo!
Sounds cool. I just want to be able to set my throttle inputs. I don't think I'm bound. I'm not getting anything. I don't know if this is that.
It would not bind without jumping the receiver.
Can I say it? that jumping the receiver with the bind plug. But this came off of something.
If you push the bind button on the back of the DX7 while powering up,
Did that. Let me get my,
You've now lost bind.
I think I have. Get on there. Have to put something under here to just hold this up. Continually,
I'll hold it there.
Thanks, babe. There, now we got a blinking light. See it?
Yeah.
And we're bound. Hold on a second. I better put it back in there or I'll lose it. Actually, let me keep it out here for now. Okay, so now we're bound. But we need to send our we need to set our throttle endpoints. Now they want you to do it manually, but it's not how they did it. Activate your radio and push the throttle stick to maximum. Ensure your throttle endpoint is 100% or more. Power up the quad, therefore activating your RC receiver and the speed controllers. All 4 speed controllers should give out the signal detecting a maximum throttle level. Push down your throttle. All 4 speed controllers should give out the signal detecting the minimum throttle level. If your speed controller does not show the direction of the maximum and minimum throttle levels, please check with the speed controller manufacturer. That's kind of dangerous, man. You know? We have to do it. Let's see, carrot first. I'll just have to get ready to unplug it really quick.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. Whoa.
Alright, so that didn't work. Let's see. All 4 of them turned though, didn't they?
I don't know.
I don't understand why that just happened. Come on, sweetie. Let's see, what are we doing wrong here? Here's the point. Install, we did, all 4 matters. For that, safety, remove all 4 propellers. Ensure that you have set your radio step 1 above. Select model airplane, we did. Transmitters, we did.
We're saying throttle down.
Throttle down. For start, we recommend you use your transmitter Expo 50%. Yada, yada. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see if we have any power here. We're obviously bound now. But it didn't set the throttle endpoints, which I don't like. Watch your arm, man.
ESC should be with throttle at 0, then back, then up and back down. What ESCs are you using?
The Turnigy's.
No, sweetie, stay down.
Well, they're working. I mean, all 4 of them are turning. Look at that, won't turn off though.
No.
I'll stick. Okay, so this one's going this way, which is counter. And I think that's number 1, isn't it? Yep. And that's
All right,
supposed
well, let's
to be
move-
going counter.
Let's move one where it goes. Okay.
This one's going counter too. Okay. This one's right. I just don't know if they're matched. That's what I'm worried about, you know. So that's counter. We're gonna have to drill these out, of course. So that should be going this way. And it is. This one is supposed to be clockwise, going in this way.
Choose the same one, man.
What? Oh, no, these
Just
are.
for testing. Go ahead.
Oh, we actually have to do the that's counter. That's clockwise. So it's going to go like that. So we have to swap this motor because it's going the wrong way. Counterclockwise. Let me check these two real quick though. This one is supposed to be going counter. Let me see, hold on. And it's going clockwise, so I have to swap this one and this one. Let me look at this one. This one's supposed to be going counter. I'm confused now. Counterclockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise. That's the one making that noise. And this is going counter. So these two definitely have to be switched. This one is supposed to be clockwise, and it also needs to be switched. Of course. Alright.
No, sweetie.
All of them except number 1. Right?
Yep.
Which is...
You got a really good start.
Which
You got,
is this one?
all you do is swap 2 wires and it will reverse it.
Right.
Did you buy out the props?
No, they didn't have the prop pack where you get, sweetie, get down. You get 2. Like you get the counter and the rotate and the clockwise in the one package. So I had to buy separate packages of each. So you get 5 counter rotating and 5 normal, you know.
See, if I make her go on the table, then she'll want to jump down. So I'm trying to see it.
Cat psychology.
And there she goes. She does not want to be on that table.
She wants attention, right? She wants to play, probably. Oh, man, these are tight.
Sounds like one of the motors are rubbing.
But it's not. It's something going on. I think we might have one bad motor, to be honest. Something. It's rubbing, but it's rubbing on the inside. 4. What do you guys think about these endpoints? These speed controller endpoints? I don't think we're matched. Oh my gosh. These things are impossible. I better leave that one alone, huh? Switch the other 2. Can you look in there for some black tape?
And where? In the drawer?
It's either in there or in that one. Can't remember where I put it last. Oh, man. Oh my gosh, I can't remember which way I did it. Thanks, Rick.
Mm-hmm.
And black. Yellow, which is fine. Let's hit that up on. That's on the right. That's the difference right there. Black and yellow was number 1. I just hooked that up wrong. Okay. Let's try this yellow to black. No, that's the right way. Sorry. And red to white, that's better. Okay. Throttle endpoints. Mark, if you establish a throttle range with the trim all the way down, you may find that when you slide the trim all the way up, your motors will all be spinning. Hey, where you been? Thanks, Mike. That extra.
All speed controls have the same amp rating. RC Phlatboyz.
Okay, let's try it.
Should I,
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I didn't think about that.
Hey Nate, well, it looks like you're just coming in, so I thought we'd take a minute and show you this.
Wait, I have to get back a little bit.
Actually, wait a minute, let me do it like this. What am I holding up right now? This would be the official Next machine, and it's the original flat printer.
So you will be getting one of these.
Yep.
Which is very cool.
RC Phlatboyz NJ won a contest some time ago to beta test the Next machine that we come out with, and
We're still not done with the code.
yeah, we're still working on it. It's
real close now.
we're getting there, but just thought we'd show you that.
You will have a flat printer, man.
Which is cool.
Yes, it is. There is just hitting right there. That's one of the two. So I have to make this a little bit wider, just barely hitting on the sides of these.
Said South said if they came with soldered ends, you might want to check that. If you're having problems with the ESC or the motor.
They did come with soldered ends, but we're not having any problems there. I think we're all right. I'm just curious about these endpoints. They're saying these endpoints have to be matched for it to work. And I didn't really get a chance to match them. You know how you throttle all the way up and then you start it up, it sees that it's throttled all the way up. And I'm looking, I am definitely centered. Everything's centered. So it really should have saw that. But anyway, all we can do is try. I'm going to drill these out and mount them. As soon as I find the right prop bit, which I think isn't this, is it? I have to run it to the shop. We're very close to getting this thing flying. Hopefully flying. Drill the props. No battery. And put them on and go.
Really?
I think so, yeah.
Cool.
Then we'll try to hover right here. See what happens.
Right here,
It's
right
gonna be crazy.
now.
Huh?
Right here, right now.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Okay. So you guys think it'll fly? I think it'll fly. Is Thunderhawk still on? Let's see. Invest in a prop reamer. Good idea. That's all right, Broomstick. I was just gonna say we haven't forgotten about him or Mike with the quads. Just thought I'd mention that.
I am missing the bit I need.
You said you should invest in a prop reamer.
This sounds like something I need to invest in. Seriously. This always happens.
Ay ay ay.
Baby, get down.
Sweetie, get down.
Please.
Down.
Alright, that's too big. Of course, it's mixed in with the other bits. Right here.
Ewo said, fly.
Fly like the wind.
I think it will fly with attitude. Cool. It's really solid feeling. Should be interesting. Well, this will probably be the heaviest thing we've ever flown. I want to see you hit the ceiling. Well, you might just get that opportunity.
All right. Figures. Oops. It's gotta be this one. Oh. Can you believe it? That's actually a little too big. I don't want to go too big. I want to go right on, you know? Oops. Let me see one of these props. See what this looks like. It's right on that step. Right on that step.
I think it's going to fly with attitude.
Awesome. I just hope it flies at all. Dang. Can you believe this? I just don't have the right size bit.
Drill.
So close, but close is not going to work with this. I have to find that bit. Our cat likes to play with this balloon, and the heater thing
fun.
just grabbed it.
You're okay. You're okay.
Scared her half to death. Alright guys, we're hunting for a bit. I'm taking this collet out to the shop, see if I can find that exact bit, you know? Because that's what we need.
Any of these?
No, but it's missing out of anyway. It's missing out of my bit holder, of course, when I need it. I know. I gotta go through the jar in the shop. I'll be right back. Sorry, guys. Lady, behave yourself.
Looks like they might work. No wobble. Oh, way too small. Well, I didn't find the bit, but I did find a 9-volt battery, and we need one of those. So that's good. And this drawer smells really fresh. With the fabric softeners in there. Oh, that thing just got good. This is pretty close, for me at least, for looking for a needle in a haystack. I think I'm going to have to give up. I think this might be it, guys. Might be small. Just in case. You do?
Real close to it. I think I got the right
Do you have a prop balancer?
one. No.
Properly balanced props take all the vibration out, so you don't even need any dampening on the electronics. My boards are all hard mounted for instant sensor feedback.
What?
And so it'll take the vibration out if you had a prop balancer.
Oh.
Evil Tune said he checked. He's all channels reversed from the transmitter except the third.
Except the throttle, right? This is supposed to be This is supposed to be counterclockwise. Which it is. See if I can get this to slide over that thing. Yep, good. Okay.
Okay, so mine was small then. Way small.
What?
I picked this one.
Thanks, babe.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I think we're back in business here. Let's see what happens.
You got it, TT. Glad to hear it. We're really getting there now.
Oh, finally. It does take a while, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now we need, what is this? This one's already been drilled. Let's leave this over here. It's too big. Cool, you can hook it up though basically in a night, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you really could have. You could totally cut this out on the flat printer, solder it, and build it in a full evening.
Yeah, be awesome. If you had all your electronics in.
Mm-hmm.
What am I doing? I forget to put the thing on the bottom every time. Alright. So the reversed ones on these particular props have an R on them, I just noticed.
Good.
This is a 9.5 right there. These props are not flimsy at all.
Good.
They're not like the slow fly GWS. They're like a cross between that and the this gray APCs, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Check that, that's right. Oh yeah, here's the R. That one doesn't have the R.
So this should be clockwise. Alright, so that goes here. Double check it. Yep. Almost forgot the thing again. Am I missing one of those? Do it to the camera.
Sorry guys, I was just making mustache faces at Mark with the prop. I don't know if you can see or not.
Yep, we're up too late. That's what happens. Can I see that mustache?
Sure.
Yes. Okay, we're missing one
Washer?
of these washers.
It's here.
I just saw it. There it is. Well, they say the gyro comes pre pre-set up at the factory. But you can buy a USB cable, or actually a couple guys have been making them, that you plug into that gyro and you can get in there and change all the settings and if you want to. And you can also re-level it, initialize the factory level by a jumper. You put a jumper on there, thanks babe, and it'll flash it basically like a reset. The other thing is sensitivity. I'm just going to leave it to wherever it is right now, which is halfway. Everything's set to halfway. You might want to bring that up a little bit. Line in here. Dude, it looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's clear the bench. I keep my binding plug right here on top of my battery. I always have one.
Can you guys zoom the cam out?
Sure. It is zoomed out, isn't it? Oh, you can tilt it up, yeah. Let's see. Let's move this back. Well, I guess I'll leave
Put
this.
your quad coat on.
You sure?
No, you don't have to.
Hey, it doesn't hit. That's good. Dun, dun. You better take a picture now.
I am.
You never know what's going to happen.
Let's see what you got. Oh,
Sorry.
that was a movie.
Here, I'll just set it down.
Step away from the quad.
Sorry, man. Step away from the quad, sir. Oh, sorry. I want to get pictures before it's too late. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
Let's see what happens. I'm afraid to... Oh, wait. I have to reverse channels, Glenn's saying. Reverse all channels except for... No, I didn't read that in the manual.
Evil Tunes put the smiley popcorn guys up.
Reverse all channels, right, Glenn? Except throttle.
That thing looks better than any store-bought airframe I've seen to date.
Cool.
Nice. It's all black. Wow. Not the throttle.
Right. But the rest of them. What channel is the throttle? Sorry, man.
Okay.
Go ahead. It tells you right here. Ailerons reversed. Elevators reversed. Rudders reversed. Gears reversed. Flaps reversed. Auxiliaries reversed. Throttle's not. Sound right, Glenn? 3. one is throttle on here. Hope I plugged it in. Oh, I must have plugged it in right. Let's see. That's the other thing. We got to put a Velcro on that battery. It's cool. It stands up like that. But I'm thinking I'll just put the battery right here on the bottom.
Let's see what you have.
Probably the best way to do it. This should have the rough stuff on it.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what size. Because you're not going to go right over the middle.
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
No?
I don't see why not.
So like big long like the battery?
Yeah, that'd be good. Put the rough one on the battery side. And I have some rough stuff here.
Crash 5050's going to bed.
Well, he's probably gonna work early. You're gonna miss out. There's gonna be curtains flying, cats running for the hills. Okay, so if we're gonna do that, we can put this inside. It's probably not a good idea to do it this way, but I don't really see any other way. Glenn, we should have went with that flat connector. Probably would have been better. Because this is going to sit like that. Which way is the front?
Dual rates, question mark?
Dual rate.
You know, I was always told to not have the props on the aircraft when you were first setting it up.
I took them off.
Yeah.
Or I didn't have them on.
Mark, it's going to be real touchy.
Wonderful. Just like we like it.
Inverted takeoff.
Exactly. We're going to do a flip. Okay. Only problem is now it's going to be sitting on that battery. Which sucks. And I don't have there's supposed to be bolts to hold this in place. I do not have them.
Clamp it down.
Put it down with some tape.
Probably should get a weight, right?
Probably a good idea. Can you get a pair of scissors?
Sure.
Just cut that right there and I'll tuck it down in there, you know. Good one. Thanks, man.
Mm-hmm.
Do the same thing over here. Watch that antenna. Okay. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that ought to hold it a little bit. Just a little piece.
Rubber band.
That would have been easier, yep. Not a magnet. Missing a magnet.
Yes.
I'm missing one.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah. No, that's. Is there two there?
Yeah.
Okay. So that goes here. Okay, now we can weigh it. Total weight. 1 pound, 14 ounces with the battery. Okay, fat baby.
Lock Flat Cat out of the room. Broomstick's going to bed. Good night.
Toodaloo.
Let's watch Trish run. You could put 2 foam blocks on either side of the battery. Start on the floor, question mark. The following program is not for the weak at heart. There will be... Ewo. It's not true. They really should have moved speed up.
Let me double check everything here.
That's not something you want to be curious about.
That one's not right.
Okay.
You know what? I think reversing everything reversed all these motors that we just went through and labeled. And,
Really?
yeah.
Sweetie, no.
No, it didn't. Man, some of these props are really out of balance. I think that would change.
No. No.
Sweetie, get down. You're bad.
I know, it doesn't sound very fun right now.
Okay, so it's weird. These two on the front want to stay on until you really press your transmitter stick down. And they're both backwards, which makes no sense. Let me just take a little look at this. See what the heck we're doing wrong. Check out the light on the gyro. Any movement. I had it sitting there and it was stop. See it? Cool. All right, let's figure out what we did here. Clockwise.
Seems like ESC needs to be recalibrated.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's turning clockwise, but I put the prop on wrong. It's counterclockwise. I gotta swap these two props.
These two?
This one and this one. Hold on a second. Where's that screwdriver? You have to put this in there. It's turning the right way. The prop's just on the wrong side. Makes no sense. I could have messed that up. I don't know.
They should all start at the same time.
Oh. They should all start at the same time. That's what I'm worried about. I don't think they're set right. I think I might have to program them. But I can't do, like, I'm so used to
This one.
just turning it on with the throttle all the way up and then throttling down, it sets it. But I tried that already on this and it didn't work. It just went full throttle. You saw that happen.
Here. Mm-hmm.
Can you get that picture so we can just double check that we got everything right on that?
We're doing the clockwise, counterclockwise picture.
Yeah, well they are, but that is an X quad lab. Okay, so we know this is the front, we know this is 1, and it should be going clockwise, it should be going counterclockwise, this should be going counterclockwise, this should be going clockwise. Okay, looks good. Somehow we messed that up.
On the startup beeps, it sounds like they're the wrong ESCs to me.
Oh, great.
What ESCs did they say they're using? Oh, that's us. Auto calibrate throttle.
By turning it all the way up, right? Which one?
Well, yeah. What ESCs are we using?
Turnigy.
Turnigy. Go, sweetie.
Get down. Yeah, see, that one's going by itself.
No.
They're not timed. They're all different times. Now really, that's not bad.
Sweetie, no!
I don't really have any control, to be honest, of any of it. Doesn't feel like it anyway. Oh yeah, there's one. Sweetie, get. That's it. You're getting locked in the closet.
Bathroom.
Or bathroom. Oh, that's all we need is a pawless cat.
True.
All right, let's set it on the floor because I felt it. I was
Okay.
able to kind of move it a little bit at least.
Won't the driver affect the motors running?
It's supposed to. Wait a minute. At least I was able to control it. I did that tilt, so I know it's actually doing something. I was also able to spin it, which was nice. It is super touchy though. See, I'm doing that tilt. I just don't think we're timed right on
Are we
this.
in the camera?
Speed controller.
Oh.
No, no. Carl, push, trust.
Yeah, I think he's asking.
Okay, so I need to. Let's see something here.
Oh, lift off.
Yeah, but there's like no gyro at all. It's like I'm doing it manually. That's what it feels like. Okay. X mode's right though, because I'm able to tilt it. To the right, to the left, forward, backward, and hey, we got off the ground.
Okay.
It sounds dangerous though.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if
Do
we
you know where your camera is?
uh,
Sorry. This one's almost out of battery. Just don't wanna. It's okay, just
Can you come back here though, because I don't trust this thing. Good Lord!
no memory.
Oh,
And I'm out of battery.
I got in the air though.
I got some of it.
Let's see. Oh! I don't know what happened there. Sounded weird.
It's not like you hit the props. Alright, I got your camera, but it won't turn on.
It's brighter than the battery.
If there's battery in it.
I mean, it's out of battery.
No.
Can you close it? It's out of battery.
Alright, I'm just gonna have to watch.
Okay, something's going on with this particular motor here.
Careful, do not hit the throttle.
I got my thumb on the throttle.
You're saying Expo.
Expo.
Think you need a better gyro. Hover mode.
Better gyro. What's wrong with this gyro?
Gear switch toward back of trans.
Gear. No, it wasn't. Let's try that. You know what it is? This motor is wobbling like crazy. This one motor. Let me see something. See if it's loose or something. Because that's part of this whole process, is testing this frame to make sure this is strong, you know. I think this is. Let me reset that prop. I bet you that prop's off real bad. I have a feeling that we're going to have to strengthen this this armature, but I think part of the problem is like the one guy was saying, the thing's just not balanced. The props.
You're saying change the prop.
Change it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you get me one that's a
An R?
9.5 without the R.
Without the R?
Yeah. Not I think they're right about that one. We have to change this thing.
So you need your drill, right?
Let's drill it out real quick and try again. Thanks, babe.
Did you hit something with the prop?
Probably.
Maybe. I thought I heard it hit the cabinet.
It's there's cat fur in it.
No.
Just kidding.
Well, it is easy enough to change prop, really.
Yeah, with these bullet connectors, it's awesome. Okay. Well, let's see. I personally think it's this particular motor. It's the same one. But let's try it again. See what happens. Put the camera down a little better. There. Okay, babe. Come back here. Who knows what'll happen. Oh, did it again.
Magnet fell off.
It's this one right here. For some reason, it starts going crazy. And it's not like this arm's loose or anything.
Good night, Elo.
I can tell.
He said he's glad there's no smoke and no blood.
Yeah. The night is young. Good night, please. You know what? I see what it is. This arm right here, I didn't glue. So it's just sitting there. I have to glue that. Uno momento, por favor.
Good night, TH.
Good night, George. Now, that should help a lot. I'm gonna give it one more try after this. I just want to make sure that's what it was, you know?
Yeah.
That's the prop.
Shouldn't take long for it to dry, right?
I think it's already dry.
What?
Super glue. Just super glue. And I put the hardener on it, so it should be alright.
Cool.
We'll see. But they do wobble a lot. It's really not the frame's fault, it's the props, I'm thinking. See them?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
That's what it was, though. It's not doing what it was, you know?
Mm-hmm.
that thing wobbling. See it?
Yeah.
That has to be fixed. Can't have that wobbling. It's bound to happen. I think that's what's going on here, though. I think we got so much of this wobbling. You know what? That whole motor is actually, oh my gosh, it's loose. The screw's not tight. Yep, we're going to need Loctite to do this right. That's what it was. Or set it up so you, well, and or set it up so you have all 4 screws holding this motor on, you know.
Go outside and open her up.
That's
Floor it so you can get out of ground effect. Good idea. The downwash coming back at the quad because of the walls, cabinets, etc. around will give you trouble near the ground.
I really think it's this motor wobbling. You know it? That's what it is. I have to look into that. And I don't know what it is. Can't figure out. It's almost as if the prop, it's on there tight. This is that one that sounded funny though.
Is it?
Yeah. On there good and tight though. Except when you go like that.
You know, what about the other one do that?
They're on. Oh, this one. You know what it is? I think that glue broke right there, look. On both of those. Oh, spooky. This thing is too powerful, man. It's a sleeping giant. Well, guys, we have some more work to do, but we did build it and hovered it one time, and now I've completely learned already so much just from riding this thing around on the ground. So, very cool.
Thanks, Carl K.
We'll keep working at it, and as soon as we get a video going, it's getting a little late now, so when we get it working good, we'll post a video, and of course we'll share the code so you guys can have this thing, build your own, be cool. I already know I don't like the way that motor mounts, so I'm gonna fix that right off the bat. We'll come up with
And
something.
make it a little bit wider.
Right.
And,
There's a million things to do with it, but
and mount this way, and yep, fine tune
I
it.
already have a to-do list there.
It did hover for a second or two, and
It
no one
did.
got hurt.
Thanks everyone for all your help, and I'm sure we'll see this thing flying around soon enough.
Yeah. Good night, guys.
And
Thanks
some
for hanging
extra.
out with us.
Yep. Thanks again, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great rest of the week, and we'll see you on the platform. God bless and good night.
Good night, guys.
Oh yeah, watch this ending intro.
And
Access denied. Server admin status revoked. Your connection to the server has been terminated. See you soon.
Go to sleep now.